Welcome back to Love Lab, where we help women understand men, build emotional intelligence, and love with confidence. Today, we're talking about something most women learn the hard way: the things you should never do for a man. Because love should never cost you your peace, self-respect, or identity. If you enjoy real, psychology-based relationship advice, don't forget to subscribe to Love Lab and turn on notifications, so you never miss an upload. 1. Fund his lifestyle or pay his bills. There's a clear difference between helping a man and carrying him, and it's one of the biggest mistakes many women make out of love. It's perfectly fine to be supportive when he's facing a genuine setback. Everyone needs understanding and encouragement sometimes. But when helping turns into financing his lifestyle, paying his rent, covering his debts, or constantly stepping in whenever he falls short, the dynamic quietly shifts. You stop being a partner and start becoming a provider. Over time, this not only drains you emotionally but also changes how he sees both himself and you. Men are wired to feel pride through contribution and responsibility. When you take that away, he may start resenting you, not because you did too little, but because you did too much. It's human nature. People rarely respect what they depend on completely. Being generous is beautiful. But when generosity replaces balance, it becomes self-betrayal. Stand beside your man, yes, but never in front of him carrying his load. 2. Abandon friends and family for him. One of the most subtle red flags in a relationship is when a man slowly pulls you away from the people who care about you. It doesn't always start with control. Sometimes it begins with comments like "your friends don't really like me," or "you spend too much time with your family." Over time, you start choosing him over everyone else until you wake up one day and realize you've isolated yourself. A healthy man will never make you choose between him and your loved ones. He'll respect the people who shaped you, and he'll want you to keep those connections alive. Because mature love doesn't limit your world, it expands it. The truth is, the people who were there for you before him are often the ones who'll be there if things fall apart. When you abandon your support system, you give up the safety net that reminds you of who you were outside of the relationship. So never cut off friends or family just to make a man comfortable. If he truly loves you, he'll fit into your world, not try to shrink it. 3. Put your career on hold for him. One of the biggest mistakes women make in relationships is slowing down or giving up their dreams to make a man feel comfortable. It often starts with love. You want to support him, be present, or avoid conflict. But slowly, you start saying maybe later to your goals, your projects, and your ambitions, while helping him chase his. A secure man will never ask you to dim your lights so his can shine brighter. He'll push you to grow, to achieve, and to become the best version of yourself, because your success inspires him. It doesn't threaten him. But an insecure man will feel intimidated by your progress. He'll disguise his discomfort as concern, saying things like "you're too busy for me" or "you're changing." What he really means is that he's afraid of being left behind. When you give up your career or dreams to protect a man's ego, you don't just lose opportunities, you lose a piece of yourself. Because fulfillment doesn't only come from love, it also comes from purpose. The right man will never ask you to choose between him and your ambition. He'll stand beside you while you build, not behind you while you pause. 4. Mother him or fix his emotional issues. One of the easiest traps women fall into is confusing love with healing. You see a man who's struggling, emotionally distant, or broken from his past, and your nurturing side wants to help him. You listen, you comfort, you explain his behavior to yourself and others. You tell yourself, he just needs someone to understand him. But the truth is, you can't love a man into emotional maturity. When you take on the role of a mother instead of a partner, the relationship becomes unbalanced. You start doing the emotional work for both of you, and he gets comfortable letting you. You forgive what shouldn't be ignored, you explain what shouldn't need explaining, and before you know it, you're exhausted from carrying both his pain and yours. A man who truly wants to grow will take responsibility for his healing. He'll seek help, reflect on his behavior, and make consistent changes. But a man who refuses to face himself will drain you while blaming you for not doing enough. You are not his therapist. You are not his mother. You are his partner, or you're supposed to be. And a healthy relationship can only exist when both people are emotionally accountable. 5. Compete with other women for his attention. No woman should ever have to compete for a man who truly wants her. If a man's actions constantly make you question where you stand, if he entertains other women, flirts openly, or keeps options just to feed his ego, that's not confusion, it's manipulation. Many women believe that if they love harder, look better, or try more, he'll finally choose them. But here's the truth, When a man sees that you're willing to fight for his attention, he starts valuing you less. Because effort that isn't reciprocated always tilts the balance of power. A man who's emotionally mature and ready for a real relationship doesn't keep you in competition. He makes his intentions clear and protects your peace, not your insecurity. You'll never need to check his phone, question his loyalty, or compare yourself to anyone else, because his consistency will give you clarity. So never lower yourself to win a place in someone's life. If he's making you compete, step back and let him choose. His decision will tell you everything you need to know about his character. And remember, the woman who knows her worth never fights for attention, she attracts respect. 6. Prove her love by sharing her body. One of the biggest mistakes many women make is believing that physical intimacy will make a man love them more. But the truth is, sex doesn't create emotional connection, it only deepens what's already there. When a woman gives her body hoping it will earn love, commitment, or validation, she often ends up feeling emptier. Because for many men, physical intimacy can happen without emotional attachment. But for women, it's often deeply tied to emotions and vulnerability. A man who truly loves you will never pressure you to prove it physically. He'll respect your boundaries and understand that your body is not a bargaining chip, it's a part of your dignity. When a man knows your worth, he'll wait to earn your trust, not rush to take your body. If he only values you when you're available sexually, then he never valued you, only what you could offer. Love that is genuine doesn't demand proof, it shows itself through loyalty, consistency, and respect. So don't give your body hoping to keep a man. The one who's meant for you won't make you earn his love that way. At the end of the day, love should never cost you your peace, your dignity, or your dreams. The right man will never ask you to shrink yourself just to make him feel big. Value yourself enough to walk away from anything that makes you forget your worth. If you found this message helpful, subscribe to Love Lab, where we uncover the real psychology of love, men, and modern relationships.